Welcome everybody. What's going on? This is D&B and Outcastic Rivals. We're just talking about the latest spoilers for chapter 158 for One Piece, and also to catch up and recap on the chapters from 157 and anything that we missed from last month on the 21st. It's been a lot. And like I said, my name's D&B. Welcome back, everyone. It's been a fun month. As far as like speculation is what's going on, since it's coming. The final saga for One Piece is coming. We don't know how long it's gonna be. The film Red came out, so it gave a lot of reveals as far as what's going on with Shanks and his abilities, and kind of more. I don't know if we're really like canonizing some of the stuff. I have not seen the full movie, but I've been spoiled on it, so it's, kind of like a big deal if some of the stuff in that movie is actual canon, because that's ridiculous. So we're gonna talk about that. Also gonna talk about the latest spoilers of 158. Careful for spoilers if you are not a manga reader, or if you're an anime only watcher, or if you just like to wait until the chapter actually officially comes out. But yeah, I'm excited, dog. Like I cannot express to you how much the fake spoilers and I guess some of the other spoilers that I've been reading have got me hyped if it actually comes out. And I really want to talk about what happened in 157 is because it's official. Wano is over after 157. Wano is done. There's no more Wano. We are leaving Wano. They are leaving Wano, and they're going to actually, we don't know where they're going. They picked one road. Each of the three captains picked one road to go. Luffy always has bad luck when it comes to picking things, so we kind of knew he was gonna get the fuck one. Out of three, we kind of knew he was gonna get the fucked one, especially since him and Kid are like the same personality. Luffy's bound to get the fucked one, so that's just how that rolls. But I bet you that fucked one leads him to Elbaf. Like literally, that's what's gonna happen. He'll be like, "Oh, well, you wound up to Elbaf," and we're gonna be like, "Oh, what the fuck? What just happened?" So I'm excited for that. Just I want more exposition as far as what happened in Mary Joa, because we gotta know what did Sabo officially do up there? What did the revolutionaries do up there? And how did they get Vivi? And how did her dad die up there? Or is he really dead? And is that just what that's what the government told, that's what the five elders told Morgans to put, so that way so they can control the narrative. Because that's basically what they've been doing. They've been trying to control the narrative ever since fucking Luffy and the crew went to ever since fucking Big Mom went there. I'm gonna say ever since Big Mom went there, they've been trying to control the narrative as far as like what is going on to the rest of the world. Because it went from Reverie to Big Mom showing up, right, to the events of the Reverie, to the events of Wano, to the events of like the aftermath of Wano. So like it's literally been these five things that they've been trying to get control the spin on, and it's all just the fuck shit all happen at the same time. So that's why like you can't control that. Like at the same time you're having this major event where all these royals are showing up, like all these diplomats are showing up. You have a revolutionary army coming in, destroy that shit. They like, fuck it. This is our perfect chance to get them. You knew that. So then at this same time, while this is happening, you have in Wano, Luffy, Kid, Law fighting Big Mom and Kaido. And whatever the results is. And at the same time, after that, you have possibly Buggy, Crocodile, Mihawk fucking up Marines for bounties right after that. So it's like, yo, it's been a crazy back to back to back. It's been a crazy back to back to back to back to back for everything in the span of a couple weeks in their world and in their world time. So it's just been, I'm excited for that. And then I'm also excited for to keep it a buck. We don't know their bounties. We only heard also was Luffy's. So we don't know. I'm pretty sure Zoro's going to get a bill. Sanji a bill. I don't know. Should Jimmy deserve a bill? That Hoo fight was cold, but it wasn't like super cold. I think that Hoo fight, all the Hoo fight did was just establish that Gear 5 was coming. In my opinion. And it gave us Jinbei doing that panel of him knocking out Hoo with the hockey punch. Like he like, fuck you, bitch, bong. That one, that's a fire panel. I love that panel. And Jinbei is one of my favorite as far as loyalty is concerned. So I love that fight just for that, but it didn't really do like for most, like as compared to the rest of the fights, it didn't really do much. But just give us the revelation that Nika is there, so that way we can get Luffy being Gear 5. That's what that was. So I don't think he deserves like a maybe because he was I don't know. I don't know how they'll play it because he's a former CP9. I don't know how they'll give him the bounty for it. I know Robin deserves a huge bounty boost. Like she got to go up because she beat one of the Toppy Robos, and Sanji would have died if she didn't save him. And he asked for her help. That nigga would have died. Black Maria would have kept beating his ass, and he would have loved every second of it. Because it's Sanji. Does Nami get a bounty up? Well, obviously the whole crew gets a bounty up. Does Nami get like a big boost though? And Usopp deserves a big boost because he's Usopp. He's God Usopp, and he's like the best sniper. I'm gonna say he's the second best sniper in the world right now. Third. I'm gonna say he's the third best sniper in the world right now, outside of Van Auger from Blackbeard's crew and his dad. He's the third best sniper in the world. In One Piece. He gotta be. There should be no other comparisons after this. He's gotta be the third best. And because Izo is dead. So he's the third best shot. That's what I'm saying. If Izo was alive, I would put him fourth. But Izo's dead. So now he's the third best shot. Yeah, so his got to go up. If Chopper's doesn't go up, I feel like that gag is gonna keep going. Like last time he had a bounty, it was like 500. This time it's gonna go 1,000. Like last time it was like when he first got a bounty, it was 50. Then it went to 100. This time, then it went to 500. This time I'm gonna say it's gonna go. I'm pretty sure it's gonna go 1,000. If we're continuing the gag, like 1 to 5, 1 to 5. I'm pretty sure that's gonna go 1 to 5, 1 to 5, 1 to 5. Yeah, that's gonna go. So he's gonna get 5,000. And who else? Brooks gotta go up because he helped. Brooks gotta go up because he helped Robin, and yeah, and then he ran from the CP9. I mean, he ran from CP0. So yeah, he gotta go up. And then I think I named everyone. Yeah, I named everyone. Luffy, Zoro, Sanji. All right, let's do about how they joined. Luffy, Zoro, Usopp, Sanji. No. Yeah. Luffy, Zoro, Usopp, Sanji, Nami, Chopper, Robin, Frankie, Brooke, Jinbei. That's all. Yeah, so Luffy, Zoro, Usopp, Sanji, Nami, Chopper, Frankie. No, Chopper, Robin, Frankie, Brooke, Jinbei. That's all 10. Okay, so yeah, I named it in order when they joined. So when they officially joined, I named it by that. So Luffy was first because he's the captain. Then it was Zoro. Then it was Usopp who joined because Nami still wasn't joining. Then it was fucking Sanji because Sanji joined and Nami stole the ship. Then it was Nami when they freed her from Arlong. Then it was Chopper because they went to Drum Island. Then it was Robin because she joined at the end of Alabasta. Then it was Frankie because he joined at the end of Water 7. Then it was Brooke because he joined at the end of at the end of Thriller Bark. Then it was Jinbei who joined at the end of Whole Cake Island. So every time you get like a big arc, at least like the ending of the overall arc, you get like at least one. You get at least one. So yeah, we knew that was coming. I was surprised we didn't get Yamamoto in chapter 157. I was a little surprised about that. I ain't gonna hold you because we spent the last 2 months speculating that she might join. Kind of fulfilling the role that Odin did for Roger. And she is fulfilling Odin's role. My fault, not road. She is still doing the thing that Odin did, but she's doing it a little bit later. I don't know how that's gonna work. Because what's this mean now? Does it mean that like Roger, Luffy's gonna go to the last island, realize that's not the last, because like they have 3 of the poneglyphs now. So like, what's he gonna do if they go to this next island and then they go to I think they just find it in the next island. I don't think they won't find it in the next island. I think they're gonna find the last poneglyph in the next island. So what happens then? Does she just stay on Wano while they pursue the One Piece? Like, what's gonna happen with her? Like, I'm really curious about what's gonna happen with Wano. Do they open the borders? That's a big question too. Do they open the borders now, knowing that if they open the borders and if the government wants them to open the borders, we know that, but they don't know that. That the government wanted them to open the borders, to get Pluton. Like they wanted to use. It seems like that's what they want as well. They wanted them to lower their borders so they could come in there and attack them, and then take Pluton, and then that's how they would get it. So we still know that the government is pursuing this ancient weapon for whatever reason. And we still haven't seen all of them. All we've seen so far is Poseidon, which is Shirahoshi, and fucking Pluton. We've seen Frankie burn the maps. The blueprints, and we've seen where that it was in. We haven't seen the ship yet, but we have confirmation that it was there, right? And that it's under the it's under fucking that. It's under old Wano, if that makes sense. And that Wano was preserved. The old Wano was preserved in rainwater for like years, since hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. It's just preserved in fresh water, rainwater. So, Jesus. And then we have no idea what's going on with Blackbeard. I'm pretty sure that's just gonna be crazy if they really start killing Marines with Buggy's people, Buggy and Crocodile and Mihawk's people. Let's get that correct, because that cannot be just Buggy. What happened with Hancock? Because if Mihawk joined them, right, that means something with Hancock has also had to have gone down too, right? Because he said it's been a while since he's been hunted and he's been fucking up. And he joined Buggy shit. So that's why, because he was being hunted. So what happened with Mihawk? What happened with Hancock? Did Kobe, thinking about wrestling. Did Kobe get fucked up by Hancock going to the Island of the Women? Right? That's a big question, because he's Captain Kobe now. So did he get fucked up? And he's pulled a sword. Yeah, like he's part of the that underground unit with Drake. So what's gonna happen with that? They're like an infiltration unit as well. So it's gonna be interesting. There's so many angles to weave. Like Oda has a bunch of stuff to weave to connect. So it's gonna be insane. You could weave this. You could play up the Shank stuff with Kid, because they showed up. You could play up the fact that Blackbeard hasn't made an appearance yet. with all this news about the revolutionaries, he has some beef with them way beyond fucking Burgess. He has some. I believe he thinks they know something about the One Piece, or he just wants to take their shit for whatever reason. Because getting Burgess is one thing, right? But fucking up the whole island and waiting and leaving when the Marines show up is two different things, right? I think he knew, or he just wants to. He wants all the smoke. With Dragon. I think he just wants his ability. I think they just want to steal his shit. My personal opinion. I think they just want to steal the abilities, and they feel like, yo, since he's the only one that can officially stand up to the government on his own, they want that shit. And that's how they're going to. They feel like that he would be the final key for them, in my opinion, to go to the One Piece. Like, they don't want to earn it the way Luffy is doing it and the way Kid and Law are trying to do it. They just want to do the shortcuts. Like he even said, he was on Whitebeard's ship for 20 years. Could have did anything he wanted. He waited for the right fruit. And then once Thatch had it and he knew that Thatch had that fruit he wanted, he did anything he could to get it. Killed him. Left the ship. Caught Ace. Was going after Luffy. Caught Ace. Told him to the government. Got the fucking Shichibukai, broke out the rest of the crew that he felt was worthy, and shortcut after shortcut after shortcut after shortcut. Like, he didn't have to build his crew. He just went to jail and got the strongest crew. Like, he didn't want to fucking just earn the fruit outright. So he had the book and found the fruit, and then killed the dude that actually found the fruit. He didn't want to like get the accolades outright. He fucking beat Ace, took him to the world government, and got the recognition that way. So it was like he's doing shortcut after shortcut after shortcut. I feel like this is another shortcut. Like, once he used the experience of Whitebeard, being on Whitebeard ship for like odds and on ears, to be like, yo, we're just doing shortcuts. We're not gonna do it the hard way. Fuck the hard way. Like, what's the point? Let's do it this way. And that to me is why I want to see what he's doing now. Because now that Luffy and them did something that no one thought they could do, no one thought Kaido would lose. Because even they even said 1-on-1 he would win. And even though Luffy did not fight on 1-on-1 until the end, they won. So now that Luffy did something incredibly hard and is getting worldwide recognition for that, I feel like Blackbeard's going to go the other route and get worldwide recognition for that. So I feel like it's going to be insane knowing that this man is going to do something crazy and it's going to involve the Straw Hats. I'm assuming something's going to happen with one of the Straw Hats and Blackbeard, and that's what's going to tie into that. Will Shanks get in the middle of that? Will he do the same thing that he did with Whitebeard to Luffy now? Who knows? Will he fight? Will he get in the way of Blackbeard like he did with Kaido? Who knows? Am I excited either way? You damn right, because that's gonna be hype. What is gonna be is Zoro's name on his new bounty gonna say King of Hell on it? Are they going to play up that aspect? Because I feel like every time, to me, again, if you're getting closer to being if Luffy's getting closer to being King of the Pirates, I feel like Zoro's getting closer to being Dark King. I think he's going to be like literally the second coming of Rayleigh now for Luffy. If Luffy is Roger, Zoro's going to be Rayleigh. Like, they have that kind of dynamic, I feel now. Right, and then that shit is just insane. I don't know. I just saw some clip. I thought I'm distracted watching Michael Jackson shit. But this joint is these last few chapters have me not just in a daze of speculation, but it's like we were in Wano. I was so used to being in Wano for so long, because it was like years, that now that it's finally over and it's not the 5 acts that I thought it was going to be, it's just 3 acts, and it was the fact that he tied mostly everything, even though it took a while, but he tried to tie mostly everything into the ending for Wano. I'm kind of like excited to see if we're going to Elbath and if we get more context on what happened to Mary Joa. That's the only things that I'm really concerned with now. I know the One Piece is coming. I know they're gonna show up. They're gonna show up at Laugh Hell. I know fucking this time it's gonna be used, but Roger found it's gonna be time for it now. Especially with all the unpredictable stuff that's happening now with the fact that there is no Kaido in Wano, and change always represents good or bad. Change always represents different. I mean, change always represents new, good or bad. So the fact that there's new and a lot of these places that for years were the same, it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting that all these occurrences are happening. All these new regimes, all these new things, all these fucking shits that they said would never happen have happened within the year. So it's like, Jesus. I am excited about. I also am curious as far as like that they're doing investigation. Well, I don't think they're doing investigations within the military, within the Navy, but they do have like a kind of like internal affairs as well. So I thought that was dope. We still got to see Vegapunk, because now this man is creating freaking devil fruits, like exact clones of devil fruits that work. We got to see Vegapunk, because now Momo can turn into Kaido. I mean, into a dragon. They're literally cloning fruits. We got to see this now, because Caesar failed. That's why they got all the That's why they got the smiles, because Caesar failed. Vegapunk didn't. That's why Momo is fucking the pink dragon. So it's like Vegapunk got to show up. We got to get explanations for how he did the pacifistas, how he did all that now. That all got to be explained. Run that. And then Sentomaru is going to show up because he's in the science division. So we're going to see that rematch with Luffy and Sentomaru. I'm dying for that, because he need to whoop that sumo wrestler's ass after what happened in Shabodi. Because that, him doing hockey mad early after they were fighting fucking like two pacifistas, and Zoro's already traumatized. Zoro's already fucked up before from Thriller Bark. Now you gotta get your ass whooped. And then Kizaru, there's a lot of get back. I feel like the Straw Hats got to get before this series is over. They got to get some get back on Sentomaru, on Kizaru, Akainu, for sure. Like there's some personal get backs that they got to get before this series is done, that I would love to see. I would love to see that Sentomaru one so bad. So bad. I really want that sumo wrestling science motherfucker to get fucked up bad. I think that character was annoying when he showed up in Shabudi. I just thought that was annoying. And then he just was smacking him with the hockey fucking palm thrust. It's like, come on, son. Come on, son. Not right now. Not right now. Not right now. So I'm still a little sore about that. Kizaru, just because we already know about two of them. We kind of know about two of them. Like, I know one is absolute, and I seen him do what he's doing. I have an idea. I don't know the full scope, so maybe like we have an idea. I want to see the matter of fact. Scratch that. We have no idea. I'm thinking like we had an idea of like their backstories. We have no idea like what the three, you can't call him an admiral, but what Ayokuji, Kizaru, and Akainu, what they did to fucking like what they were doing during the 2 years. Like everyone knows that Akainu became the fleet admiral, and then fucking Kizaru is still just an admiral. What is Aokiji doing? And then with fucking Kizaru, they said you had to if you choose to be an admiral, you have to protect the Celestials. He's doing that. That's why he's up there, right? I'm just like confused because the admirals were up there, Fujitora and Ryokugu, and they still got away with that. So like, is Kizaru gonna follow through with that? Like, go to where the revolutionaries are? Because that's a crime against the Marines. Like the revolutionaries still, for however reason, got away with a crime on your holy land, and you're supposed to protect the fucking Celestials. So it has to be a call and response for that, right? I'm assuming. Anyway, but I believe that it has to be answered too. And then of course, little mysteries that's still going to be answered in time. What is the One Piece? Those questions I don't really like. I know they're going to get answered, so I'm not really concerned with. Personal questions is the how did Buggy wind up being a leader of the Cross Guild? That's just been burning me. Some of the I want to say some of the spoilers, but at the same time I don't, because I want it to be confirmed first. But if what I'm hearing is true, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. If what I'm reading is true, then I'm like, oh, it makes sense. How that happened? If what happens when how strong is Garp is always going to be my favorite question to ask, because how strong is Garp needs to be answered. How strong is Dragon is going to be answered, because apparently, in my opinion, Blackbeard wants something to do with fucking the revolution. It gotta be something. It gotta be something. It gotta be something. I feel like it gotta be something with them, or this nigga just knows. Either he knows something about the will of D, or he knows something about the revolutionaries. It's one of the two for me. It's one or two for me. Either he knows something about the will of D, or he knows something about the revolutionaries in particular. Like I feel like there's something there. There's something there. Like his name going after Luffy, capturing Ace, going after fucking all the devil fruits, wound up at Baltigo, destroying it. It gotta be something. So I'm just curious about that. And then I'm concerned, but not too concerned about Vivi's health or well-being, because they're not gonna kill her. That's just revolutionaries are not gonna kill her. But I am concerned if Luffy reads. How did he miss that? How did he miss that in the paper? Wouldn't that be in the paper? How did they miss that? 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 That is a good question. How did they miss that? That was in the paper that he fucking did that. You would think that would be the big one for him rather than the buggy one. How did they miss that? That's a crazy article that he went up there and fucking left with Kuma. So it's like, we gotta see that. We gotta see that reaction too, because he fucking. Oh, excuse me one second. I'm gonna get some water. But 1 second, hold on. But yeah, he Luffy's obsessed with his brother. So how would he miss that? Like, so there's a whole lot to be. I feel like these next couple chapters, we're not gonna wind up on the island. We're just gonna be getting like a whole bunch of exposition leading up to what's gonna happen. So I'm saying be prepared for fucking Blackbeard, some more exposition on Shanks, maybe the rest of the bounties, how Buggy wound up with the Cross Guild, Hancock information. I just feel like all that's got to be explained. and revolutionary reactions. The revolutionary reactions also have to be like re-explained. They have to re-explain that, because now it's like from what we saw, Kuma is free and the revolutionaries got away. But what we saw that they were reacting to was probably the fact that Sabo is considered a murderer. And they were saying like, no, it can't be true that he killed Vivi. I mean that he killed the Cobra and that he kidnapped Vivi. Right? So I'm more like, we gotta explain that reaction, because I'm pretty sure they all know that's not true. So that's all for now. And then I'm pretty sure I have more ideas of what I want to talk about, but we'll get into that next time. Like I said, this is D&B from Outcastic Revivals. Thank you guys for listening to me. Check us out anytime on Twitter, Instagram. Check me out on Twitter and Instagram. My page is on the actual info below. And then also check us out on Anchor, and I mean on Spotify. And yeah, we just trying to make this thing bigger. I swear to you guys, I love One Piece, so I keep talking about One Piece every time I do these videos. But we could talk about other things too as well. Oh. One more thing before we leave. That was crazy. One more thing before we leave. We do have to talk about they're not, the alliance is over. So the alliance is over. So Luffy, Kid, and Law, the ninja pirate mink alliance is over. Everybody went back to where they were going. Everybody went back home, except for the 3 crews, right? So are we going to see them run their hands? Is that what's going to happen? I know Law's not going to. I know Law threatened him, but he's not going to throw no hands. Like, I know Law's not throwing the hands with Luffy. And Kid has respect for Luffy. I know he'll throw the hands with Luffy, but he has respect for Luffy to where he like, I wouldn't consider him first, right? He would consider Buggy first. Like, I figured he would consider Buggy and Shanks. He already tried Shanks. That's how he got Shanks. That's how Shanks has his respect. He already tried it and lost. So he like, fuck it. So I'm thinking he like, fuck it. The only people on that list that's left that he hasn't fucked with yet is Blackbeard. So that's what I'm saying. I think all signs are pointing to Blackbeard as the final villain now. So this final arc is all setting up Blackbeard. That's how I feel. So how they split, how they do all that, how they try to say the Scar might be I'm hoping it's not Sabo. I'm hoping they're saying that Scar man is not Sabo, and that is fucking Scopper. Scopper. Yeah. I really hope it's that, because if it's just fucking Sabo and that they kidnapped Sabo, that's an interesting way to play it. That was definitely set off a war for sure. Between the Straw Hats, the Revolutionaries, Blackbeard, and that. It would set off a war like that, and I'm interested in that, but I don't want to see it like right now. I don't want to see the setup for it right now. I kind of want to see the setup for Elbaf first, and then kind of what happened. I really want to know. I said I was about to leave, and I'm still thinking about more shit. I told you I love this. I love this manga. One Piece is like, to me, one of the greatest things, because it has so many questions that you can like speculate on. And for me as a fan, that's like one of the greatest things. Like, if you can capture my imagination or my attention to the point where I speculate what's going to happen beyond, and it's like you can literally see a piece together, and then when they finally put it together, you're like, oh, I can see how they did that. It's, to me, this is the greatest example of that. So yeah, I'm excited. One Piece chapter 158 should be coming out on unofficially Thursday, officially on Sunday, again, like always. Hopefully there's no break. There needs to be no break after this. I would be sad if there was, because we just came from break like 2 weeks ago. So I would be sad if we went to another break. But it is what it is. So I once again thank you guys so much for checking us out. Especially everyone on my Outcastic Revival team. Shout out to Killer Kai. Shout out to Kuzi, Zena. Shout out to Sam. We are doing this for y'all. So we love talking about different aspects. I love One Piece, so that's why I keep putting these videos up and these spoiler review chapters, discussions, because I love this shit. And I wanted to hear you guys' feedback as well. And yeah, check us out on the links below. And check us out on our platforms. Peace, love, and soul for L.